Are you making enough progress? I had a session the other day with a light worker who has been working on getting her website up and running and her online presence and offerings for a long, long time, and it just seems to be coming along really slowly, and she was feeling frustrated with her slow progress. And it just occurred to me that these feelings are so universal among light workers, especially who are doing any kind of project or especially trying to get their work online and get it up and running. I myself had an unexpectedly busy month in the last month and didn't record and post as many YouTube videos as I had planned. So I had been worrying that I wasn't doing enough, and I related to my client. So today's message is a short and sweet affirmation of progress, whether you see the progress or not. And after I share the message, I will share 3 things that I took from today's message that were kind of not as obvious lessons from today's message. A little bit of context: I recorded these messages I think around the end of January, and I had done a bunch of research after receiving the message about create a platform to share your light. I got that wake up call saying, okay, I got to take responsibility and get past my desire to just remain invisible and not be on social media. And I'm going to take responsibility and shift that, and I'm going to find a platform that's an adequate platform to share my messages that are coming through me. I started doing research, and I looked into a bunch of different ways that I could create an online presence. I think when you make such a strong decision and commitment that you're just going to go for something, the indicators get more and more obvious, because what happened was it became very apparent through the little clues that I was gathering as I did my research that the best possibility for me to build my online platform would be YouTube. Prior to making that decision, I had met several people who started a YouTube channel and were consistent with posting videos, and they now made their living full-time as content creators on YouTube. For example, one guy that I met through salsa dancing in San Miguel, where I used to live in Mexico, he had a viral YouTube video about looking for elves in Mexico. You can look it up at Duendes Reales en Mexico. It has 9 million views, and that single video is always funneling traffic to his YouTube channel, where he then produces consistent content about elves and witches and trolls and mystical beings. Really inspired me, because to me it seemed like this magical way of attracting the right people to you through this marketing algorithm. If you're considering using YouTube as a platform, I'll share more about that at the end of the video. I just wanted to give you some context for understanding where I was, and let's get right into today's message from the Council of Light. Awaken to your Starseed Mission, Episode 24, Progress. I have been obsessively working on building up my YouTube platform. I have been doing a ton of research, buying the necessary equipment, and getting ready to start building my YouTube channel. After much streaming, I decided that was the best way to start building my community and sharing my messages widely. You see how excited you are about building your platform? This is funneling your energy into one creative direction. Before, you had been feeling that you might implode or self-destruct from not having a creative outlet. This is what you needed. You are well, and we are happy for you. I have also received inspiration about starting an online community for people who are involved in the grand reorganization, but it's a bigger vision and seems more practical to stay with the next steps that I know are clear than to divert my energy and attention towards such a big vision. For now, you can focus on building your YouTube platform, public speaking, and promoting your book. That is enough. It will be plenty to keep you occupied. Some days later. Good morning. Do you have a message for me today? No, not one that you haven't already received. You already received our message of joy and celebration about your new YouTube channel. We are so happy for you to be going ahead with creating this. It is good and it is right. So today's message was essentially, good job, keep up the good work, which is, short and sweet, not much to it. But here are 3 unexpected things that I took away from today's message. 1, if you are taking the next step and doing what you know you need to be doing, that is enough. That's all you need to be doing. And this is a message that has been repeated throughout the first book that I channeled, Alchemy of Consciousness, and then again here with Awaken to Your Starseed Mission, and really throughout every time I channel for myself in the mornings. Sometimes we can doubt this and overlay our conditioning that we should be doing more and being more productive, but it's important to just come back to the basics of doing what you know is your next step. That's assuming that you know what your next step is, which is kind of a big deal on its own, just to know what you're here for and what your next step is. So if you have confusion about that, there's lots of resources in this Awaken to Your Starseed Mission series, as well as the Alchemy of Consciousness book. 2, getting guidance from on high is on a need to know basis, meaning, at least for me, I don't get guidance unless I need it. So if I have received all the guidance I need to be able to take my next steps and I'm taking them, I don't need more guidance, and so I don't get more guidance. Not only do I not get more guidance, I'm often not even inspired to ask. It's the asking and that need within me when I do feel lost that actually draws to me the messages. And I think in a way, just seeking guidance for the heck of it is more just a distraction and a little bit disrespectful to the power of this connection that we can have with our higher self. The third unexpected lesson from this message, that it's kind of embedded in the message, is that sometimes we are doing a lot of internal work, maybe healing and processing, energetic shifts, inner child work, incubating, reflection. And during those times, there might be less progress on the external material plane in terms of results and evidence that progress is being made. Sometimes progress is physical and material, and we are seeing results and we are doing a lot of things, and things are happening and shifting in the physical, real reality. Those times are a time of doing, of integration, of implementation. And during those times, there might not be very much shifting on the internal or non-physical realms. We might not even be getting any messages or guidance from our higher self. Sometimes there's a mix of the two. We're doing inner work, things are shifting on the material plane, and it's a bit of a cocktail of both. But I've noticed for me that I have gone through periods, for example, several months, where I don't receive any messages at all. I don't channel at all. And I'm just focused on doing and living my life. Other times I'm receiving messages consistently and I'm channeling every day. Life has its own rhythm and speed and unfolding that's really natural. And when we can align with that without having this mind chatter like, oh, I need to be doing more, then it just flows along so beautifully. And if you are struggling at all with this idea of just going with the flow and letting things unfold in their own timing, then I definitely recommend that you check out the chapter 5 video about going with the flow. It's such a beautiful transmission. I just reread it today and I could feel the words and the message just working on me to help me relax and be with the rhythm of what is right now. Okay, a brief word about why I chose YouTube as a platform for sharing my light in the world. It's a search engine. That's the basic thing. It's a search engine. It's the second largest search engine, and millions of people are going on YouTube every single day looking for something. So it's a really great way to match with people who are searching for something with what you have to share. I already started seeing this as I have one video on my YouTube channel which has been consistently getting traffic from the YouTube search engine, which is about the human design manifestor type. And so I have every month about 300 people that are coming to my channel to watch that video. So I was seeing the seed of what was possible through that video and how it was attracting people to me and my message. And I decided to build on that. Now, in the time that I have been using YouTube since January, I have only grown to about almost 500 subscribers now. But even though it has been slow, I still have been getting regular people booking sessions with me and connecting me with opportunities just from seeing my YouTube videos. So I don't think it has to be huge for you to already start seeing some positive results, and those are very affirming. Plus, everything I've already created is leverage going forward into the future. As more and more people come to my channel, they'll have this amazing wealth of information that they can just tap into right away. When I was researching YouTube, I watched I don't know how many hours of videos about what it takes to actually create a YouTube channel in a smart way that is leveraging the power of the search engine. I follow a woman named Catherine Manning's channel who I really like. And if you do want to save some time and just really get the condensed version of this information, I created a beginner YouTube tutorial, and you can check that out on my website under the books tab. It's a 1 hour long tutorial. It's $25. And I'm also offering this tutorial for free for any Black, Indigenous, and people of color. So I'll put the instructions below on how to access that. One more thing. I apologize. I mistakenly suggested, I think last video and maybe the one before, that the social media video was coming up, but actually it's several episodes down the line, so don't hold your breath, but it is coming. The next episode is actually about heartbreak and how I went through processing a breakup during COVID. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode, and to you who are the subscribers, who are that first 500, I just want to say thank you so much, and especially for those of you who comment, because your comments really have helped me have the energy and excitement to keep posting consistently. And so you really do make a difference in my life, especially at this beginning phase of my YouTube channel. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and I will see you again soon. Bye. And as far as my YouTube progress